I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's he doing in the whistle? Well, very important interview today, and only wimps do lunch, and only the winner goes to dinner. Hi, everyone. Welcome to an extra-large version of Big Brother's Little Brother, or as the gangs are calling it in Compton. OK, it's day 17. The group has been now in isolation for 417 hours. Not a guarantee. On Friday, the nation watched as Penny Ellis left the Big Brother house and stepped into the limelight. She's going to be here very soon, hence my suit, and she's going to be revealing all shortly. But first, let's take a look at the final moment when she left the house.
Go on, Penny!
Oh, now after waving her off, the remaining housemates were in tears. But who was wearing crocodile shoes and who was shedding crocodile tears?
Oh, that's so sad, though. Oh.
What did she say?
What did she say? Did she say loads?
People are watching then.
You do it all the time. Don't you know the door's shut? What do you mean when you're in the toilet?
I always do that.
They steal drugs. What, behind the bar?
Crocodile shoes, I ask you. Now, we've had hundreds of messages of support for Penny. We'll be telling you a little more about them later on. She's had one day to recover, and she's going to be in here answering all your questions. So with that in mind, of course, our talking point today is simply Ask Penny. Give us a call, 0870 901 9070. 0870 901 9070. A couple of suggestions: who she likes, who she loathes, has she forgiven Stuart? Or email us, littlebrother@e4.com. Littlebrother@e4.com. Still to come. Also, we have comedian Ricky Gervais giving us his thoughts about the housemates. But right now, over to our lovely little Nat.
Thanks for that, Dermot. Now, here I am by the lovely solar panels of the Big Brother house again. Now, the Big Brother housemates have had a very busy week, what with all the bitching and all the backbiting, but new boy Josh Rafter seems to have been simply saintly compared to the other housemates, but then again, he's only just gone in. So before he went in on Saturday, he gave us an exclusive interview to let us know what he's going to be missing about the world he leaves behind. Here he is.
I feel strangely calm, but underneath very, very nervous still. But I'm actually quite excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's been waiting in sort of for 2 weeks and waiting, and now it's here. It's like, come on, just throw me in there. Let me have a go. I'm the stranger this time, and they obviously know a lot about each other, intimate things that happened last week in the house. So that's going to be the challenge, to get in there, just to sort of say hi, I'm Josh, big smile on my face, and give it a go. I like to get in there and play games, get people going and motivate people. So, yeah, I'm very positive outlook on life. So I'm hoping that I'll go in there and if anyone's down, bring them up again. Generally, I just go in there and hopefully get on with most people. I don't come across many people that I don't get on well with. Usually stubborn people I have a bind with. I'm not really into stubbornness, but apart from that, anything goes really. Because I'm going in late, I might only go the 2 weeks, but if I get past 2 weeks, hey, I might go a bit further. Don't think the UK is ready for a sort of gay winner, to be honest, on TV, but we'll have to wait and see. I haven't got a game plan, just go every day as it comes and see what happens. Thank you very much.
This is Big Brother. Could someone please come to the diary room with the 11th housemate?
I'd like to say firstly, thank you for voting me in and getting me this far and giving me the chance to go into the Big Brother house. Just let you know I am extremely nervous, but excited, and I'll just give it my best shot and hopefully I'll live up to your expectations. Thank you, cheers, and keep watching.
This is Big Brother. Please remove your blindfold and leave it on the chair.
Wow.
The 11th housemate may now join the rest of the group in the Big Brother house.
Jesus Christ! Who are you? Oh, good God. Hello, Paul.
I'm a stranger.
Woo!
Hi, Josh.
Come here. What are you doing up there? Come on, fast. Aidan Hansel, senior producer, how are you doing?
I'm a bit tired, but all right, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Now, tell us, how's Josh settled in so far?
Josh has done amazingly well, actually. He was immediately accepted into the group, particularly by the girls. The girls loved him. As soon as he walked in, they were all giggly and girly and flirting for him.
How long did that last?
All day, really. Yeah.
So, what, even after they knew he was gay?
Yeah, really, wherever he goes, he's followed at the moment by a whole bunch of people. It rarely has a quiet moment. He's so much the focus of attention.
He just walks around and people just follow him.
Pretty much, they just love him. I think they loved him initially because he was new and just a breath of fresh air. But I think he's one of those characters that he just commands people's attention, and wherever he goes, you want to be there. So.
And what's the dynamic been like between him and Brian? Because that was the one thing, not because they were gay, but just the one thing, because Brian was pretty much held that position really in the group before he came along.
Yeah, I think Brian initially was a bit wary of him, even before he knew he was gay. He was certainly wary of this really attractive man. I think since he's been outed, or since Josh had said that he was gay, I think Brian's had another problem to deal with, which is he assumes that everyone outside in the real world is going to think that they're going to get together, and that's a big pressure on Brian. So,
especially seeing as though he's actually quite young, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's quite young, and I think he's really only had one boyfriend, so it's quite a big pressure on him, and I think for that reason he's been talking about Josh being the obvious target for nominations.
Okay.
So.
Really?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
However, that can't happen for 2 weeks, can it?
It can't happen for 2 weeks.
Explain that to us.
Well, basically, Josh is being treated a bit like a standby would be. So he can't be nominated for the first week, and he can't actually nominate for the first week. He's just out of the process. But after next week's nominations, he's involved just like everyone else.
And how's he getting on with Stuart? Because, I mean, that's a lot of people have picked up on that and said that because Stuart was pretty much the domineering one.
Yeah, well, I think both Stuart and Dean both see themselves as the alpha male, the kind of, the big macho leader. They're both trying to play it down a bit, but they both think that they are. And I think having this really good-looking, tanned, muscly, attractive man that all the girls are fawning over is really kind of making them feel uneasy.
Sure, interesting. Now, he brought with him a present also, didn't he?
He did, yeah, well, lots of presents. He was very cunning. He brought in some lager for the lads, some cigarettes, even though he's not a smoker, and a volleyball.
But extra special present that's in there already. Nudge, nudge,
Ah,
wink.
that present.
There we go.
That was
senior producer.
That was our present. No, our present, Big Brother's present, just in case they were really annoyed at the fact that there was an 11th housemate, was a jacuzzi, outdoor jacuzzi hot tub, which was there all the time underneath the rockery. And when he arrived, we told them, look under the rockery and you'll find a present.
Brilliant. Aidan, thank you very much. Over to Nat.
Right, we're joined by comedian Ricky Gervais. Woo! Go and clap. That was rubbish. We're joined by comedian Ricky Gervais. Woo! Let's see, there we go.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we will. We'll sort that one out. He's a massive Big Brother fan. So, hello, Ricky. How are you?
Hello, great. Does cameras that make me look fat, do they?
No, you're all right. You're all right, because you sat down.
Yeah.
Fan.
Right.
So, what do you think about Penny's bitching on Thursday?
Good. I liked who she was bitching about as well. I don't like Emma.
Do you not?
No.
Why?
No. I don't know. She's got a chip on her shoulder, and she's desperately trying to impress all the time, and I don't know. She's got nothing good to say about the world, and just gets a bit boring. She's not my least favourite. My least favourite is Stuart.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because the way he treated Penny and his horrible sort of macho, like a 50s dad. I mean, that horrible. and he winks.
He does wink all the time.
I mean, it's not. Don't worry, you can trust me. I'm in charge. No, he's certainly the biggest winker in the house. Yeah.
So you were sad to see Penny go on Friday?
Yeah, but it was inevitable because I think Helen got the sympathy vote for giving her handbag and her shoes away. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think she contributes an awful lot. In fact, when she's sitting there, it's sort of like people are talking and she's looking like, like when you talk to a cat, how it looks at you. It's like they're talking French or something. You have to say something like, you have to mention a hair product, and she goes, she's there.
There we go.
Or Big G. Say Big G.
Big G.
I don't know a Big G. Or if she mentions it again, I'm going to keep telling you. I'm hoping, I've got a fantasy that Big G is actually a dwarf. And that G stands for gonads. 3'6", but nads like basketballs. He bounces along Swansea High Street going like, hey, it's Big G. It's Big G.
Oh, so can you tell us what have been, obviously apart from loads of people being your favourite in the house, what have been your favourite moments?
I like the bitching. I like, my favourite's Brian now. Started off, Dean was my favourite. I think Brian's just pipping him at the post at the moment. He's nice, he's cool with everyone. I don't think he's false, but he had a moment last night live on E4 when he was staying up talking to Naz. I hated Naz when she first came in. Now I really like her.
See, that's the thing. I've actually quite grown to
you
her.
can be wrong about people.
Well, you can be wrong.
Right?
It's like what I thought about you, and I was wrong. Actually.
Exactly.
Quite right, you know.
Yeah.
So we've got nominations again tomorrow. Who do you think is going to be nominated?
Well, I hope it's Stuart and Amma, but it's not going to be. I think it's going to be Helen and probably Naz, because she sort of speaks her mind a little bit too much, and I think there might be a few votes for her. So I think it'll probably be Helen and Naz. That's my
Thank you very much,
predictions.
okay? We'll be if you want to call us with our talking about today, which is 08709019070, or you can email us at the address at the bottom of the screen. So.
Littlebrotherae4.com. Yeah. After the break, she's going to be here in the flesh, the infamous Penny Ellis.
I think I am going tomorrow. I think 7 people voted me out.
Excellent. Oh, hello there. Welcome back. Still right here, bringing you all the up-to-date information on Big Brother's Little Brother. It's day 17. Housemates are trying to get used to the world without Penny and with Josh. Now, hundreds of you have sent in emails of support for Penny via our wonderful Big Brother website. We have some here. This is from Carolyn. Keep smiling. You've been a star. Sorry to see you go out of the house. And there's so many other people. Good luck and be proud of what you've achieved. P.S. I'm so jealous you got to snuggle up in bed with Brian. Carol, Brian is gay. Next up from Patrick King. This is really nice, actually, I have to say. Credit to the teaching profession. As a student of English A-level, I could really do with a teacher of your vitality and intellect. I hope Patrick's current teacher isn't watching at the moment, probably now suicidal watching that. And from Trish, sorry, left. I thought you were possibly the most endearing character, you and Brian. Big snogs to you, my darling, and good luck. If there's anything you'd like to ask Penny about, 08709019070, 08709019070 with our talking point, ask Penny. Right now, over to the lovely Nat.
It's really difficult. I'd like to nominate Dermot and also Dermot. I'm actually in the Big Brother chair. This is so exciting. I've got to be really, really quiet. But the housemates, some you love and some you hate, and judging by the huge sacks of mail that we've got, you're not scared to voice your opinions. Now, the Big Brother chair has travelled the length and breadth of the country to find out who you want to keep in and who you want to kick out. So have a look at this.
She's not really in the chair.
I love Penny. Penny's just part of the show. She makes it absolutely brilliant. She's really, really fun-loving. She likes everybody. She tries to be everybody's friend, and I think she is.
Stuart, this is my message for you, OK? Less of this. And less of the sleaze and smile factor. Chill out.
The person I'd most like to see go from the house is Amma. Basically, because she absolutely terrifies me.
I want to see you sweat. I want to cause you pain.
Helen, just when she started on about her life's ambition was to own a pair of shoes and a Gucci handbag.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable.
Get a life.
In the kitchen, out the kitchen, in the kitchen. No, I'm in the kitchen. No, I'm not. 5 minutes, stuff the turkey, do this, do that. In the kitchen, out the kitchen, in the kitchen, out the kitchen.
Oh, I love Bubble. He's absolutely wicked. Ding dong. I just think you're great. Bubble, stay in the house.
We like it a lot.
Want Helen in. She's the only fanciful girl in the house. Lovely in the bikini. Wear the bikini again, Helen. You look fabulous.
I found it really annoying when she was going, Brian, 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 Brian.
There we go with Elizabeth going to nominate Helen.
Because I think it's going to be more sun in Wales for her.
She goes up to Helen and starts being all nice to her. Now, if you're going to nominate someone, then at least leave them alone for a bit.
Bandaging is my downfall.
Which is surprising being a hairdresser. You would have thought you'd been good at bandaging.
The whole world can see you being two-faced, so don't do it.
She is undoubtedly the largest star of Big Brother 2.
He's going to lose too much weight, so we've got to... You get your scones done, I'll do bread. I think whenever I'm in a new situation, I do go a bit flirt crazy.
Get that chicken out, wash it, scrub it, rub it inside out, black pepper it, get a garlic under its skin, put a bit of oil on it, whack it in the oven. Yes!
There you go.
You're tempting the devil, Abby.
Oh, I can't be doing that. I just want to talk to someone. The girls don't talk to me.
Don't mock my friendship with him. I didn't do anything.
No, hang on. Yes, indeed. She is Penny Ellis.
Hi,
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank
You all right?
you, yeah.
Do you like your little walk?
I do, that's lovely. Did you do it just for me?
It's like you've been there since Friday.
Well, I have actually, that's where they put me.
Bless you.
Yeah.
This is all the studio and stuff.
Yeah, that's where I was.
So nerve-wracking. There you
Yeah,
go.
there I am.
Must have been so nerve-wracking coming out here. Just coming into this
It
and
was
seeing
a
all your friends
complete,
and so forth.
yeah, it was.
And have you checked that out?
I know. I can't believe you got it all separate like that.
32
Yeah.
cameras on you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 49
Yeah.
monitors.
You know more about me than I know about me. Thank you.
Hey, Penny Ellis.
Well, here we
Welcome
are.
to Big Brother's Little Brother.
Thank you very much.
Can you do the Compton for me?
Sorry, no,
Compton.
I can't.
No.
Oh no.
We can learn. We can learn. Go
Oh,
on.
no.
Go like this. Big Brother's Little Brother. Do you know what? We've only got 8 minutes, so maybe we should move on. What have you been up to since Friday, Penny?
I've been giving lots and lots of interviews and reading some fan letters. Can you
how
believe
mad
it?
is that? I mean, 2 weeks ago, you were a teacher, and now
Yeah.
you're getting fan letters. Oh, you still are a teacher, don't get me wrong, but now you're getting fan letters. I mean,
Yeah.
what is going through your head?
It's really hard just to sort of put it into like feel that it's reality. And today was the first day that I went into a shop, so because I haven't really been out on the street again.
Now, how was that? Did you get recognised in the shop?
I went in to get some eyebrow pencils because they still didn't give them back to me. Debbie, you still got my eyebrow pencils. She frisked me when I went into the house. So, and so I bought a new one, but this is felt ones now. Have you seen them?
Nah.
No?
Nah,
you're not interested. Well,
So no,
anyway,
so what-
and these two girls recognised me.
Okay, so what have you done since Friday? I mean, you said you did lots of interviews, but exactly what have you been up to?
Well, straight after the show, I didn't see my friends again.
That's a
which
shame,
was
because they were lovely. We've had them in a
Yeah.
week.
Can I thank my fan?
Penny and Paul and all
The
that.
fan gave me this, and this I've named him Boris. I want to thank you, whoever you are, for giving me. I pulled his tail off, but I've got it, and I'll sew it back on.
We'll get back to him
Okay,
later on,
all
all
right.
right? Lovely. But listen, okay, when you were in the house, you said that you trusted Big Brother with your life, yeah?
Yes.
Having now seen the show, and in hindsight, is that still the case?
Yes.
Really? Even after all the things that Big Brother did and so forth? I mean, you know, the way, you know, essentially... Well, essentially not manufactured, but made sure that, you know, your life for the last 2 weeks was quite tough. And you had, the second week you didn't have a nice time. You didn't enjoy it at all.
No, but was that deliberate then? Did
Oh,
they
no,
plan it?
not at all. But I mean, you said, I totally trust Big Brother. Do you think it was
Yeah.
Big Brother positioning people so they could get into these circumstances, or do you blame the people you were with, or certain people you were with?
I just felt that it was the various moods that were in the house there's a number of moods that are still very dominant, and they need to be washed away, or people need to have a massive good bust up and have a really good fight and throw each other around a bit.
What do you mean by the moods?
There's just a certain lot, you know, certain tensions in the house. I mean, it's so ironic. 'Cause it's such a beautiful house, and it's just fantastic, you know. But there are. You all sit in the sofa area, and people don't relax. They're on edge, but it's such a lovely, relaxing area. But people aren't relaxed.
Was it the case where it became more relaxed over the 2 weeks?
No, it was getting more tense.
Really?
But all those lovely furry, all soft fur, and lovely swooping sofas. You'd think people would sort of
Sure. So the conditions
chill
are
out.
conducive to chilling out.
Yeah,
yet
and no one was chilling.
Where do you think the main tensions were, in your opinion, in the moods and so forth? I mean, who had issues with who?
Well, I think. I don't know really. What do you mean?
Well, let's start with you.
Sorry.
I mean, who did you think, out of anyone in that house, who did you have proper issues with, where you just thought?
Well, I knew that
can't
people
feel-
felt.
I can't feel relaxed around.
Well,
that
I couldn't feel relaxed around Amma.
Why?
It's hard to pin it down. And I was a bit horrified on Friday because when I got out and watched it, and they showed a clip of Amma listening to me when I was sort of having that analogy with Naz on our beds, and we were really having a big sort of slagging match, but we didn't mean it. It was just like, well, we were joking.
Essentially, it was very strange because I was watching that.
And Amma was watching, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that
At all?
And no, not at all. And then she
Because how
came
we
in
watched
from the bathroom.
Yeah, how we watched it was, for me and for most other people that watched
Yeah.
it in the office, we always thought that was just a big catharsis from you, because like we saw you break down and so forth, and then we just saw you launch into this very uncharacteristic, if I may say so.
Yeah.
I mean, tirade, but it obviously did help you, right?
Yeah, I feel I had to sort of sum it up, and with Naz being so truthful in her sarcastic way, I just thought, in a way, it sort of helped me just sort of sound off to someone. And I didn't really want to sound off in the diary room. I just needed to sound off, but I meant it more in enjoyment as well, because I think Naz finds it a lot of tension. And I think she comes to me, you know, every day, and I'm like stirring my porridge in the morning or something. She'd be like, oh, you know, you never guess what, and I feel this and I feel that. And it was sort of almost like I felt I could just maybe make her laugh with that. And
it's funny you say that because, you know, I mean, like you said, you did form a better bond with Naz, and we've got a little clip over here. Let's take a look.
Oh.
Actually, you know what Penny did as well the other day? Oh, guess what? The other day, I'm not bitching about you, Penny, but this is honest because the other day she was putting in, you know, the haddock and the milk sauce, the fish or whatever, the fish sauce. Mine was just all milk. And she says, I'll put more on the guys' plates. Oh, why?
Hang on a sec.
Oh, she's so like that.
Is she?
It really got, actually, there was moments when I was in the kitchen or I was in my bedroom and I thought, no, not now. You know, there's moments when I thought, no, I don't need it. She couldn't cope. Like, if you dunked your bread or your spoon, you know, when you're at home, you just have a bit of a taste.
Yeah.
And then she's, oh, don't put that back in. And you're like, ugh. And like, just stop dunking and stop picking, Brian. And you're on edge, and then she had a real clean thing. You know, you can't just do something. And then it was like that. But I was worried. Dean has lost so much weight.
Yeah.
And I was worried that the girls and the boys were getting the same amount of food. Because if you think about it,
the boys are big.
The blokes are a bit bigger, and I felt like I wasn't giving them just milk. But I give as good as I get. She should have said, oh, hold on a minute, give me some of that fish back. You know what I mean, though?
Okay,
and they
cool.
don't, they're not like that. Okay.
Okay, now you said that everyone in the house had... No, don't worry, please don't do that. You're always going to do that and pick up stuff and put it back. Calm. Okay. You said everyone in the house had a hard centre.
You know me so well.
Yeah, I've been watching you 24 hours a day for the last 2 weeks. Do you think that you were maybe too soft on them for 2 weeks?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that everyone in the house had a hard centre, right? Yeah, and that you know, like you said, you were almost like treated as a bit of a doormat to a degree. Do you think
I see.
You think you were too soft on them, doing the cooking and the cleaning all the time, or is that just what made you happy?
Well, I just think if you're in an environment, I mean, I've always just been me. This is what I am, and I mean, they made me out to be a teacher and teacher and bossy and rude. But basically, someone had to do something. Mm-hmm. And no one was doing it for a while, for about 3 days, and then I got them going with it, and that's how I am in the classroom, you know, like, but the thing is, I think what was wrong was, it was almost like, you know, you saw behind the scenes almost. It was like, when you're in the classroom and you sort of get the kids to do something, then they might do it, but they don't want to know that you're making them do it, and I just wanted someone to, come on, let's all bake bread, and let's all clean the chickens out, let's all sort this out, and I was just trying to get the home to be a home. And for the second week, though, after your nomination, you really did sort of like, withdraw back into yourself, didn't you? I mean, did you feel like you were going to be evicted? Well, Bubble said to me, you know, you've got to give other people a chance. And I thought, well, maybe I have just been too much, you know? And so I thought, well, what I'll do is just let them do the shopping list then, let them do all that. And I came up, they were doing the shopping list, and then I came up and Elizabeth went, oh, I can't do any more, you finish it. Mm-hmm. And it was like, well, OK, great. You know, and so ironically, I was then doing what I would have done anyway. Sure. Now, another thing we noticed in the house was this moment. Let's take a look at it. I'll say something to you when I leave. If I go through that door on Friday, I'll say something to you that I'll be allowed to say to you then.
What do you say?
Well, I won't be able to say it till I go through.
Was it something really emotional?
It'll be like really, it'll be a commandment.
A command?
Yeah.
All right, we've got to go to a break in just a second, but tell us, what were you going to say? Because there was a lot of speculation about that. Well,
I had a real premonition that Brian was going to win it, but that was the gist of what I was going to say to him. But I really felt very strongly that, and the thing is that I feel like if I went, that I didn't mind going as long as I knew that Brian would you know, be there. Because I think if he wins it, I don't care being out first in that feeling. It was going to be something really outrageous. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. That's all right. It's boring. No, it's quite nice though. No, it isn't. It's boring. If you'd like to ask Penny a question, why don't you give us a call? 0870 901 don't do that. 9070 0870 901 9070. Let's pick up the sweets and put them down. But for now, Penny, to Phil on camera one. Tell us something we don't know. Something you don't know, that Brian gave CPR with chocolate round his mouth from the night before. All right, everyone, welcome back. Penny Ellis is in the house, everybody. Hello. Sorry, can I just apologise for saying in the house? Yeah. It's not a house, no one is here. Don't put me back. In the studio, yeah. Don't put me back, all right. Now, Mel will be here, but the fur is still flying in the Big Brother house. Yesterday, Helen and Narinda had an argument, and upset Helen went into the garden. Take a look at this.
You just need a drink, don't you?
Let me go home.
You will be home soon enough. Hello.
Like, I love the way Dean there just went, you will be home soon enough, and then he realised what he said and went, we all will. So, what could have caused this catastrophic row? Did Narinda cast aspersions on Big G? Did Helen get Narinda's name wrong again? Well, it was worse, much worse than that. Take a look at this.
Yeah. Super cats or something.
No, it's awful. She was the one there.
Bloody don't touch a copy.
She's a classic Hudson.
No, you can say that when you don't even know where I work.
He's a classic Hudson. He didn't even get
Super cuts, I said.
Super cuts, classic cuts. He goes he had his hair cut, classic, because that's what she would.
No, crescendo in Pharaoh.
I thought you said super classic cuts.
No, in Pharaoh.
Oh, I tell you what, you should look at it, smack her one, I swear to God.
Mince me if she comes near me again now. I'm not giving her another chance. I promise you I'm not.
Yeah.
Here we go. Catastrophic.
What's happening? See what they do without me?
She got the name of the hairdressing salon where Helen works wrong. I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of her in a dark night in Wales. There's a lot of tension between those two, isn't there?
Yeah, it intrigues me with the way that Helen is, because like she's so like sweet and silly, but then there's this edge to her. Like come out there, I'm going, oh, smack her one, I'm gonna, you know, like where's that? Yeah, she's done that a couple of times.
With you in a minute, darling.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We're right now with Ricky, looking through the papers today.
Yeah.
So firstly, we have the Sunday People with Stuart. Stuart Hoskins taunted her for days after Penny swore at him in a drunken mood. What are your opinions on Big Stu?
It was pathetic.
Really?
I think he was just showing off. I was drunk at the, you know, when it happened, but it was just so unforgiving, and it got really boring. It was like trying to make her beg, and it was just like, just shut up, you know. And even the next day, he wouldn't apologise. He just went, all right. It was just, don't like him. That's what put me off him for sure.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
now Narinda, who you said you've grown with.
Yeah, when she walked in, oh God, I couldn't stand to be in a room with her for 10 minutes because I just thought she was loud and stupid and me. And she's not like that. I think she's got, you know,
a bit more to
it.
Brought her out of herself.
Yeah, exactly. They're, as I say, you know, it's becoming quite a double act, and I quite like her now. So she's all right now.
Okay, we've got a quote in the News of the World. Paul Narinda would go, trying to cover up. Is that you?
Yeah.
Did you say that? What's that?
No, that's Narinda. Well, I must have said that. Yeah. Because we've got pervy in our room, but what I'm really upset about today. Well, it's a little camera in the girls' bedroom. But what I'm upset about today, in the paper, one of the papers, it says that I've called all the cameramen perverts, and I haven't.
No.
I love the cameramen.
There's just one called Pervy.
It's just this little one called Pervy that moves around whenever we undress.
Do you have any CCTV cameras in your room?
No, I haven't. No. I draw the curtains and get changed in the wardrobe. you wouldn't want to see this on your telly, I'll tell you that.
All right, Ali Ross in News of the World compares Amma with Arnold from Different Strokes.
What are you talking about, Dermot? Yeah, a little bit. I can see it a little bit, yeah.
OK. Paul, in the Sunday Express, page 6, Penny said she fondled Paul and kissed him, but they were just never more than just being mates.
Yeah, I do that with my mates.
Yeah.
After a couple of beers, and go on. What? Oh.
And lastly, Penny reveals that there's a budding romance between Helen and
Reading,
Paul. Right. Budding romance between Helen and Paul.
I thought Paul might have fancied her a bit, but you know, she's got Big G, hasn't she?
What do you reckon about that?
I met him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you say?
He's quite soft. He's actually quite
that's
soft.
all right,
Very
then.
softly spoken.
Good. So he's not going to chin me for what I said earlier?
No.
Okay,
right, good.
Cool. Thank you very much, Ricky. Thank you very much, Penny. Over to Nat.
Now, it's well known that Penny's favourite housemates were, in fact, the chickens. So just for you, lovely Penny, here's how we plucked them from obscurity. Have a look at this.
Last summer, Marjorie the chicken became the housewife's favourite and a household name after appearing in the Big Brother garden. Like many others, she went on to a life of celebrity, appearing in Panto and endorsing a free range of products. Recent rumours of a death have been greatly exaggerated. However, Marjorie has shied from the publicity of a new series. Big Brother therefore had to find 8 new Essex birds, and competition is tough. We wanted 3 different breeds, colours and characters. She's too shy, he's too young, they're fakes, and she's just foul. The lucky ones emerge. Here's our cock, the lucky lover to 7 wives. He's a stud costing all at £20. We've got 3 Blackens, the brightest of the bunch. These girls can lay up to 300 eggs a year each. The 2 White Stars are the youngest and come from the Big Brother motherland of Holland. And these are Marjorie's sisters, 2 old pros who were born in the Midlands. They're loaded up and Marjorie bids them farewell. They arrive back at the house to settle in. Big Brother's champion of chickens explains.
They need to bond and they need to relax in these new surroundings. We hope they're going to lay an egg a day each, but the little white ones are a little bit flighty because they're more rare.
The new arrivals check out their home for the next 12 weeks. They're getting on fine and immediately share their first meal together. And then one of Marjorie's sisters lays the first Big Brother egg. The chickens settle down before the blaze of publicity starts. Oh well, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. You've got a great story about the chickens, haven't you?
Yes.
About the cock.
Yeah, one of the little hens. He's losing all his feathers at the back.
Why?
And well, I went into the diary room and I was concerned. They said they're very old chickens, but it's when the cock jumps on them, he gets a bit excited and pulls their feathers out. But all the feathers are gone from the real back end here, and right under here as well. But if it's not bleeding, then it's all right.
Good. Moving on. Ask Penny's the pick up the sweet. Put down the sweet. Ask Penny's the talking point today, everybody. We've had stacks of emails, stacks of callers. We go to the line right now. Lucinda.
Boris.
That's all right, hon. Hello, Lucinda.
Hello. Hi there.
From East Grinstead. How are you?
Hello, Penny. I just want to say all respect to you. We really, you know, me and my family think you've really stood up to it well. But my question is, are you going to vote in this week's evictions? And if so, who do you want to vote for?
Nice touch.
Oh, yes, I will. I want to be very much part of them, part of the whole show. So yeah, I will. I haven't quite decided. I think it might possibly be Amma.
Oh, good on you. Please do.
Yes.
You're not a big fan, Lucinda?
I'm a great fan of Big Brother. We talk about it at work, watch it all the time at home, and I definitely want Amma to go.
You do, yeah, but not a big fan of Amma?
No, not at all. I think she's a class one.
A what? A class one?
Yes. I'm not going any further.
I was just going to say.
Can I just thank you for not going any further? Right. Have a lovely rest of Sunday.
I want you to go further.
Thanks for saving my broadcasting career. Thank you. Okay, next up, email, Debbie from Chiswick.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah, why not?
Jessie from Chiswick. Does Amma have a chip on her shoulder about you, or what? What's her problem?
Leading on from that.
Well, I felt it. I felt it. I did feel a sense of that, and I thought, well, maybe it's just me.
Right.
But I mean, the classic thing when she came to bed late, and it was the night before our exam, and basically she was knocking about in the room like there's no tomorrow. Like I said, she was unpacking about everyone's suitcases.
So she wasn't just brushing her hair.
No, first she came in, I was dead asleep, and I was terrified about the exam because it all turned Japanese in my head. I didn't know what I was on, and then suddenly, really quick, she woke me up. And I was like, oh shit, is it the day for the exam? And then it was like, oh sorry. And then I said,
just apologise.
Yeah,
apologise and say if you do that again,
that's it.
No matter how like revelationary all your stories are, you're out.
All right.
Oh no, don't yeah.
Not picking and dropping.
The one person you can't have a go on live TV. Sorry.
She wasn't just brushing her hair.
No,
so.
she was. I don't know what she was doing with all these bottles and noise on the floor. And I just said, look, I can't believe this. We've got the exam in about 3 hours or whatever. And she was forever guessing the time. And then she said, oh, just go to bed. And then she got into then it was the horsey thing with the hair. It was like, and then I said, Amma, please calm it down. She went, go to bed. And I just said, I am in bed. So it was really.
You didn't say exactly I'm in bed, but what you said we really couldn't say.
No. But I must say that I don't usually swear that much. And for the girls at the Sarah Burnell School High, I don't usually swear that much. But because everyone was swearing in the house, you just.
You develop Tourette's syndrome.
I developed.
It's fine, don't worry. And not only for the girls in wherever high, all
please
girls.
Forgive me.
We've got Emma in Waltham Cross on the line. Hi, Emma.
Hiya.
What's your question, Emma?
All right, well, no, are there any of the housemates you don't want to see again?
Yeah.
Let's make a list of them.
Yeah,
who would
should
they
we
be?
make a list in order? Stuart,
Okay,
please.
Stuart.
But we are going to Dean's wedding. All of us are going, and we've been invited as a group to do a number of things. And I've put a couple of ideas up for things we can do as a group. So I will do the group things together, and I will be at the wedding with them all. But I don't want to socialise.
With anyone else other than Stuart?
Probably. No, probably just. I don't know yet. I think I probably will see the others again. I do think I probably will.
Okay, cool.
So I think there might be moments when I could have moments with Amma, moments with Elizabeth, yeah.
Thank you very much, Emma. We have Ian from South Sea on the line. Hi, Ian.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello, my lovely. I don't know, it's making me feel slightly uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
I'm joking. What's your question, mate?
Right, well, you obviously adore performing, Penny. I mean, we've seen it, and you do it so well. Have you ever thought of doing, becoming like a June Brown type comedian type thing? minus the fag, obviously.
June Brown type comedian. I mean, she's a Dot Cotton type performance.
Oh, I
says.
see.
What do you think of that?
Well,
Doing
give me an
around the
offer that I
pub
can't
and
refuse, and I'll consider it.
Oh, and
I don't know.
how would I go about starting a Penny Ellis fan club?
Oh,
I've
I've got one of them, and I'm massive.
How do you go about doing something like that? I guess you probably haven't really started one
I
yourself, haven't you?
I don't know. I know.
Oh, you should.
Lovely.
That's very kind. Thank you very much.
No, it's true. I love you dearly.
We do believe you, don't worry.
Yes.
Ian.
All right, Ian.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Ian.
very much. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, bye.
join us
Guys.
after the break.
Bless you.
Join us
Thank
after the
you.
break for a full update on events in the house and keep the calls coming in.
Right now, Penny, to camera one, tell us
Is
something we
that-
don't know.
Amma only drinks milk.
Welcome back to... Oh, nice feet shot. Welcome back to
Very nice at all.
Big
Did
Brother's
they
Little
comment
Brother.
on them?
Yeah, they saw your feet in the shot then. You're not happy about that?
No, do you know what? They all slagged my feet off in the show.
Do they?
In the show, in the house.
I've got blue-collar feet, don't worry.
No, mine are terrible. No, let's not even
No,
go
they're
to it.
world
I'm
weary.
going to get them sorted out. That's my aim.
Good, OK. It's week 3 and the housemates are already preparing for the next round of nominations. Now, in the first round, you nominated Helen and Amma.
Yeah.
You've already said you'd nominate Amma again. Anyone else? I mean, Stuart a push, or are you just want to put the whole Stuart thing behind you?
Well, I'm interested to see how Stuart handles himself in there. Maybe it's more torturous to leave.
Oh, you don't really dislike him that
mean
much,
it,
do you?
No. But I think he, it's a good challenge for him, isn't it? Because now he's got Josh in there and stuff. And let's see how he. I'd like to see if there's other elements to him, really.
OK, we can see other elements in the house right now because our Natalie is with series producer Aidan Hansel to find out the latest news.
Hello, I'm here with Aidan. I love Aidan. Me and Aidan always have these chats. I actually quite fancy you, Aidan, but you're married, aren't you?
I am.
Damn you. Anyway, moving on to the questions.
I'm supposed to concentrate on an interview now.
Oh, so anyway, Aidan, right, how's Helen after her fight yesterday with Narinda?
She's okay. She seems to have largely forgotten about it. They did sort of kiss and make up afterwards. But to be honest, she's much more distracted with Josh being in the house.
Is she really?
Yeah. I think she's fallen for Josh in a big way. I shouldn't say this if you're listening, Big G. I'm sorry,
Sorry,
but
Big G.
I really think that she fancies Josh, and that's much more interesting to her than the Narinda fight. And I think maybe
She's never going to get him.
Well, I don't
She
know.
plays
I wouldn't
for Man
be so
City,
sure.
he plays for Man United, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Honestly, do you?
Well, I think she would love to think that she would. Let's put it like that.
So we saw a bit of the row before, and afterwards we saw Narinda saying, "That's it. If she annoys me one more time, then I'm gonna." I mean, have they been keeping a distance from each other, or?
They have pretty much. I mean, there's a real rivalry between them for Josh's affections, for Josh's attention, I think. So that's what it was really about. It wasn't really about what kind of hairdresser that Helen works for, which is what the premise of the argument was.
It's because she didn't want to look stupid, didn't she?
I think so. I think the whole thing was a big kind of show argument for Josh's benefit. But I'm not a psychologist, but that's what it looked like to me.
You're not a psychologist, but I think you're onto something there, Aidan.
Possibly.
Mate, you're out there. Are you worried about tomorrow's nominations? Are you worried about people falling out in the house when... Or...
I'm fascinated by tomorrow's nominations. I can't predict at all who's going to be nominated because Helen's been a bundle of laughs recently, the last couple of days, so maybe she'll survive. Josh obviously can't be nominated, so I really can't predict who's going to nominate who. It's interesting.
So exciting, I paid. I'll tell you that for him. So Brian's halitosis. Yeah, please not now. None of my shoes. I paid a lot for these. Brian's not halitosis that he's had. Unfortunately, he's had gum problems.
Yeah,
is he getting better or?
I think so. Yesterday, Big Brother gave him some mouthwash and a nice soft toothbrush, and he has been using it. And no one's complained about it again today. So I can only assume that his breath is a little bit sweeter.
Hopefully, it's a little bit fresher. Well, thank you very much for that, Aidan. I'll see you again out the back.
I look forward to it.
So back over to Dermot.
Hello. Talking point today is quite simply Ask Penny. Penny Ellis, everybody.
Hooray.
Lovely to have her with us. Straight on my phone. Lovely Ricky Gervais is here. Lovely. Some cheeky asides.
Yeah.
So let's go straight to the phones. We should have James from Harrow on the line. Hey, James.
Hi, Dermot.
You all right?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, very well. What's your question for lovely Penny?
Hello, right, Penny, yeah, just basically looking back at your time in the house, did your behaviour reflect your personality, or are you surprised by any of your actions?
That is a very good question. I found I was very extreme. That was, as I said in my final speech to them all around the table at the end, I just felt that was the worst of myself. I felt I'd showed some good qualities, but that was my most extreme. I was desperately afraid and scared and nervous, and I think that's why I did react in a lot of ways that I wouldn't probably do normally.
Yeah.
But I mean,
what bits were abnormal? I didn't notice any.
I know. I mean, I am like quite sort of. No, I don't know. I'm quite a jumpy sort of person, but I think some of my behaviour probably was magnified more than it would be in just basically in my everyday life.
Was that the fact that the whole thing was so polarised, or the fact that you knew you were on television?
You didn't feel you're on television with Bubble and Brian's asides all the time as well, and they're sort of jesting. That you didn't, it broke a lot of the ice and a lot of the tensions. But so I don't know what it was. It just. You get very much caught up in a mood. It's like when you're at a party, you just get caught up in a certain mood that's around.
Let me ask you this. When you gathered everyone around to give the speech to them, was that difficult in itself, or did everyone just come? I mean, was it difficult to get certain people there? Do they want to hear what you had to say and so forth?
They had to be there. We just had dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Stay there.
They could go to the toilet or something.
No, they would have gone. Actually, they do. They didn't stay around a lot. No, you're right. They didn't. They don't stay around a lot when. And it's very hard. You start a conversation in the house, and then people will wander off. So it was actually very difficult to feel that they would stay.
It's so weird. I don't think I could handle it. It's got to be said. I don't think.
I had to say what I said. I was trying not to cry because I was feeling very emotional at the time. But I wanted to say it.
Cool. Loads of emails.
Yeah. James, hope it didn't offend you.
Jason Skirvin from Cheshire says, "I love your impression of Amma. Please, can you do it again?"
Was that the smiley thing?
I guess so.
I don't know. That looked really ugly.
No, go on, do it.
Go on, do it again. Do it.
There we go. That's for Jason. Nat?
More emails. Will you keep in touch with Brian, as you both seem to get on well? Bye. And that's from Yvonne DeRose from Gloucestershire.
Yes, I want to keep in touch with Brian desperately. I would like to do some sort of charity events with Brian, or some sort of one-off show thing with Brian, and
I really want you to give an award at the BAFTAs. You and Brian like that.
Yeah,
right?
I do love Brian genuinely as a person. I love him so much because he doesn't realise how talented he is, and he's got a few blinkers on at the moment. He's in his vision of himself, and I can't wait for him to realise.
He's going to win, though, isn't he?
I want him to win. He's a very special boy.
Bookie's favourite. And also website's
favourite.
favourite at the moment on Big Brother website is about 24-25%.
I hope he doesn't blow it with Josh, because there's no pun intended, but there's a bit of tension there. He was a bit worried with, I felt sort of Brian didn't know what was going to hit him, because Josh is chomping at the bit, and I hope he's okay with him. So he actually said yesterday, he goes, he's got to go, which is really sweet, because he was saying that he wanted to be the only sort of gay guy in there, and it was really sweet and honest, and he's really funny.
Yeah, we should have Jenny from the line, from Benfleet on the line now. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Penny.
Hello, Jenny.
Hi, Penny. Penny, I'd just like to say that I'm one of your supporters too, and I love you dearly. I'm 100% behind you with the Stuart incident. Now, you apologised to him, and I would never have done it because I thought he was extremely rude to you. And I found that the following week, I noticed everywhere you went, he continually gave you the evil eye. You offered to prepare food and drinks for everyone, and Stuart was the only one who never ever responded, yet he always came and had the food and drink.
Yeah.
I just feel that Stuart's a very devious and manipulative person. Yeah. And I find that he must have a very, very large wooden spoon somewhere to stir up arguments between whoever's his next
giants.
What's your question, though, Jenny? Because you're on a bit of a rant right now. Excuse me for being rude.
Well, I want to know how Penny feels about Stuart now.
Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's very difficult, because I don't, it's when you walk in somewhere and you immediately don't feel right with someone, and I don't like being like that at all. And the whole thing sort of really I did feel very tense, and I still feel quite tense about that whole situation, but I'm trying not to say anything too derogatory. I do just want to try and let it go and put the past behind me, but it did upset me a lot, and it just was something I didn't really want to be it's an element of something that reminded me of something in my past, and I really just that whole destructive, manipulative type of character that I really don't want to.
Did you find, though, that he did get better? I mean,
Boris.
Ricky said that, the next day he didn't apologise, but over the next couple of days there was an element of guilt about it, and he tried to reconcile himself.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'd give it a best shot. I mean, obviously, he's got good points. I mean, none of us are perfect. I mean, he's a great guy, gets on with all the lads, he's, part of it all, and he's, left his, he's obviously missing his wife and children, but I did find that I just, once someone's been like that, I think it's very hard to realign yourself, and I did feel that he basically, I don't think whether we had a row or not, I just don't think we would have got on ever. And the poor thing, we're both a bit of a victim in this, but I don't think we would have got on. I really don't.
You didn't nominate him. Any regrets in that now or not?
No, I didn't nominate him because I thought, okay, he has apologised. Let's see how he works that through. And why should I then go, right, I want him out? It's like childish. I thought, no, I had already set my mind on on Emma and Helen
Sure.
before
Did he
that.
apologise? Because it didn't actually show him apologising.
Yeah.
He sort of cuddled you, but he didn't actually ever say,
It was
I'm
a
really
real
sorry,
kind of,
I was
"I'm
out of
sorry,"
order.
though.
He never said it was his fault, do you know what I mean?
No.
Because it was his fault, because he started that, you know, that thing which was uncalled for, and then he just, you know, he didn't like it when you said something.
He did have moments with me where he said sorry, but
Oh, did he? All right.
but I'm wondering if he was saying that more as, I mean, I don't know whether he was saying that more as just to look okay with it all, with everyone, or whether he really meant it. I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
But I think we should just let it. Both of us have let it go, and that's the end of that. But it does still hurt. You know, it does still hurt a bit. Yeah.
Now, very briefly, having seen the show, because we've only got about 30 seconds left, have any of your opinions of any of the other housemates changed at all?
Yeah, I'm shocked by Elizabeth.
Really?
I'm very shocked that she was in the kitchen with Emma and Stuart, and she thought I was snogging her.
Okay, cool. Listen, that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah,
Will you come back this week and stay for the week with us?
Yeah, that's
Thank you
all
very
right.
much.
Thank you.
You've been an absolute diamond as well.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
We're back tomorrow. Great show today. How long?
Thank you, Kerry Martin and Matt, for your letter.
The Pony Girls are kicking up some dust next tonight. Then we're into Second Chance Sunday with friends Ali and ER. So leave the zapper alone, I dare you.